Hello, 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 Whole Woman Experience Tribe. This is Natalie Gray Warren, your leader, and the one who is passionate about supporting you be the woman you were created to be. It is a beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Wednesday, July 18th, if my date is correct. And if you're listening to this live, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're listening to the replay, I hope certainly that you are doing well. Coming on really quickly for a reason that I felt the urgency to speak on. As you are learning me, you will know that I am a feeler. I'm one that actually feels the urge to move, get the unction to move, feel the pull to move, however you describe it, that I know God is saying something that needs to be said to all of us. And so I get up and I move in that instance. And I encourage you to learn to do that as well, because what happens is when you have those moments, there's about a 24 to 48 hour window before that inspiration moves and you don't have the same feeling and the same urgency to do it. And so in those moments, I encourage you to do it as well, because there's somebody who needs to hear this. And so I know as a result of many, many experiences, there's someone that needs to hear what I'm about to share. What I want to talk about really quickly is why it is important to do the inner work. And you may say, Natalie, what is the inner work? And I'm holding my phone and it hurts my arm. You may say, Natalie, what is the inner work that you're talking about? And what I want to talk about for a moment is the inner work that I'm referring to is working on what I call the blind spots. In our lives, we all have blind spots. Blind spots are those areas in our lives that we don't know, and those areas in our lives that maybe other people don't know. And when we do the inner work, we close what we call blind spots. And so recently I was sharing with actually one of our tribe members who had a desire to put on an event, and she was excited about doing it, but somewhat nervous as well, which is totally expected. But also what we discovered after some things didn't go the way she had liked them to go, that there was some underlining self-doubt that was lingering somewhere in the back of her head. And it came up as a result of someone saying something to her about what was going on. And she had feelings of failure. And when I spoke with her about this, what I said to her was that, you know what, apparently there was some residue of self-doubt in you, because the fact that that person said something and you internalized it as I have failed says that you were already thinking that. And what she confessed was, you're absolutely right, that I had doubts that I could even pull this off, that I had doubts that I would even be able to handle it all. And so perhaps even in me putting it out there, there was some self-doubt that went out with it. And if you know anything about that, whatever you put out there is what you'll receive. And so I said to her about doing the work, the inner work that has to be done to overcome the self-doubt. That's one area. Or maybe the inner work looks like overcoming the shame. And I'll share my own story. I have had a lot of issues with shame. I'll tell you a part of the story, which I was teased from second grade until sixth grade by different people, teased, called out, picked on by what I now know to be immature, insecure children who didn't know exactly what they were doing. But as a result of that, I carried this belief system that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't pretty enough. And I didn't display that because I excelled. I was selected by my peers for many offices and positions. I was esteemed by them, but it was very difficult for me to see because I had those underlying beliefs of shame. Well, I've done a lot of the inner work myself over the years, my own self-discovery, my own self-awareness. But listen, as your leader, I want to tell you this. I've discovered more recently that the shame has come up. There's some residue of shame that remains. And it comes out with the Whole Woman Experience. And there's a level, there is a place that I feel God is pulling me into. But there has been some shame that's come up about it. Some shame about judgment, about being judged, about what other people will think, how they will handle what I believe God is saying for me to do. So what do I do with shame? I hide. And I did a lot of that as a child. I would hide. I would isolate, which I was totally okay with, and kind of just be with me. And here's what I think God is saying, Natalie, it's time for you to work on that shame. It's time for you to do some more inner work, inner healing, so that you can move into this place that God is taking you, and then take the ladies that God has assigned to you to that place. So I am doing that myself. I am working with an amazing woman who has done a lot of work with helping women to transform and heal, so that I can be what I need to be, so I can give you what you need, so you can be who you need to be. So I'm excited about sharing that. But that is the importance of doing the inner work. Hear me. My inner work is also around fear. My story goes around that as well. That may be your story. Your story may be around healing from guilt, from unforgiveness of others and of yourself. I'm talking about the importance of doing the inner work. Because when you do the inner work, listen, you come out a better version of who you were created to be. And I enjoy supporting women do that work. And you may even say, you know what, I thought I was past this thing, or I thought that I had overcome it, or I thought that I didn't have to deal with that anymore. And what I share with ladies is sometimes it comes back up because there's another level of healing that needs to happen there, or you're ready for another level of healing. Another reason why things come back up, maybe that you thought you had dealt with or you thought that were resolved, was because you hadn't resolved it. And it doesn't come back up, and I share this, so hear me. It doesn't come back up to haunt you or to make your life bad or miserable. It comes back up for you to resolve it. God loves us just that much that He'll bring it back again as an opportunity for you to resolve it. And this is the work that I absolutely enjoy and I was born to do. I'm sharing this with you because I want to see you be the woman you were created to be. I want you to stop settling for less. I want you to stop playing small. I want you to stop saying you cannot have what you really desire. I want you to move forward into the things, whatever that next is for your life. And so I'm sharing this with you, and I'm inviting you to be a part of an experience. I enjoy creating experiences where women can learn to transform their lives. They can learn to heal their lives. I'll tell you a true story. The work that we'll do at the Whole Woman Transformative Retreat is work that I've seen women have to do in therapy. And I'm a psychotherapist, have been in private practice for 10 years. That I've seen women have 3 and 4 years of them doing the work. And when I've seen women come to the retreats, I've seen them get those breakthroughs in minutes. And that's not an exaggeration. If you've been to a retreat, put in the comments, yes, I've seen it happen. Yes, I've experienced it, so others can see what I mean. And I've seen God work in a way that in minutes, He transforms, He heals, He reforms, reshapes our thinking so that we can ultimately do what He's created for us to do and be who we were created to be. Can't you see that I absolutely love doing that? So I invite you, if you haven't heard of the Whole Woman Transformative Retreat, take a look at the website. It's www.thewholewoman.com. If you've been before, share in the comments. I'm planning to come again, Natalie. I'm bringing a friend. I'm bringing my mom. I'm bringing my sister, whomever that you know that could benefit from this experience. July 31st is the deadline to get the early bird registration. The retreat is October 26th through the 28th in Stone Mountain, Georgia, at a beautiful resort. It's in a place that's between a mountain and a lake of God's creation. You can't go wrong with getting in God's creation and getting in tune to your inner voice so that you can move and do the things you were created to do. Listen, it is Wednesday. I stopped in the middle of the day. Share this message, like it. Make sure that all of our tribe members get an opportunity to hear it so that they can have the opportunity to join us as well. I'm Natalie Gray Warren. I am the leader and founder of the Whole Woman Experience. I am a therapist. I'm a speaker. I'm a coach. I'm an author. But I always share at the end of the day, I am a woman. And I am no different than you, except I had courage. I had courage to stand up and be the woman I was created to be. Have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you, hopefully at the retreat. Take care.